Hello! Welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video in particular. Thanks for coming along. If you want to preemptively hit the like button before you actually know if you enjoyed this video or not, that's cool. Go ahead and do that. If you want to subscribe, then you'll see the other videos I make every time I put them out. So that's neato. Did you make the New Year's resolution to buy more t-shirts? If so, that's pretty weird. But also, I'm selling t-shirts so I can help you out while you help me out. So this is one of my designs. This is the Bear Fruit shirt, and I've got 3 other designs that I am also incredibly proud of. So check those out on my Teespring shop, which I will leave linked below. Thanks very much. Let's move on to the normal video. At the beginning of this year, good old 2020, I owned 182 games that I've never played before. So each month, I've been documenting the games I complete and the games that I end up buying. In December, I got 2 new games. First, I got Days Gone as a gift from my co-host of the Bonus Boss podcast, Ryan Collins, and also I got myself No More Heroes 2, Desperate Struggle, because I enjoyed the first one so much. So both of those have now been added to the list, but that shouldn't really be a problem, because I've decided that I wanted to end this year with a lightning round for December. And I ended up playing 10 games. So let's just dive right in. First, I played Street Fighter V. The campaign story mode didn't really interest me a whole lot. It was like, the bad guys do bad guy things, and the good guys go to stop them with their fists. That's about it. The fighting is fast and fluid and a lot of fun. But personally, I've always preferred like Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter because some of the combos can be a bit simpler in Mortal Kombat and a little more complicated in Street Fighter, and I'm just not as good at that kind of thing. So by no means was this a bad game, but it wasn't something that I would be as interested in as, say, Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat 11. With Street Fighter, I just end up button mashing my way to victory. Second, I played Hiveswap Act 1. This is a point-and-click adventure game. It's so charming. The humor is great. The art is fun, and I adore the soundtrack so much. I don't really want to say a whole lot about the game because it's relatively short and I think it's better to just be experienced yourself. I loved this. I'm gonna end up playing Act 2 at some point, but you should really try it out. Third, I played Old Man's Journey. This was another point-and-click adventure, or something similar at least. It told a story with no dialogue. Everything was visual. And it was beautiful. In this game, the puzzles revolve around moving around terrain so that you can continue down the correct path. I loved this game, and I'm so glad I gave it a shot. The next 2 games are very similar to each other. I played Journey and Abzu. In Journey, you play as this weird-looking little guy as he travels through the desert to make it to his final destination. There's no dialogue, but there's a fair amount of visual storytelling, even though I don't completely get it. Also, the music and other sounds were fantastic. In Abzu, you play as this weird-looking little guy as he travels through the ocean to make it to his final destination. There's no dialogue, but there's a fair amount of visual storytelling, even though I don't completely get it. Also, the music and other sounds were fantastic. Both games were a lot of fun and only lasted a few hours each. I've been playing Furi on and off for a few years now, but I just kept getting stuck and never really progressed very far. And I finally decided to focus on beating it. And I did! Furi is a mix of a hack-and-slash boss battler and like a bullet hell game. It was really challenging at times, but in a way that was rewarding when you defeated the bosses. You play as the Stranger, a guy who's locked in this magic space prison and is trying to escape, but to do so, you need to kill every jailer in the way. I've even played it more since I beat it. After that, I played Under Night In Birth X Late. I'm saying that wrong, aren't I? It's a fighting game. It's fine, but it didn't really captivate me. I completed the arcade mode for a few characters, but the story made absolutely no sense to me, so I decided that I beat it enough and that I'm gonna mark it off my list now. It's not bad by any means, it just didn't really hold my attention. After that, I tried Datura. I don't really know how to describe this game, but I didn't like it. You walk through some weird forest or something, and then you have flashbacks about something else. I don't know. I didn't finish this game because I got stuck and I really wasn't enjoying it, and I didn't really think it was worth looking up a guide for. So I stopped and it's been taken off the list. My 9th game for December was Another World. This was like an action puzzle adventure or something like that. You play as some science man whose experiment goes wrong and you get transported to another world. You have to battle aliens and survive the environment. It's an awesome game and I really recommend it. And lastly, I played... This is another point-and-click adventure game. This one is insane. I loved the story, I loved the characters, and more than anything else, the art style blew my mind. Look, it's claymation in a video game! Again, I don't want to spoil too much about the game because I think it'd be good to experience yourself. But let me be honest, I used a guide for a majority of this game. Maybe that's cheating, but the truth is that I was really enjoying the experience overall, but I kept getting stuck, and I wanted to be able to finish it, and I wasn't going to be able to without the guide. I just wasn't getting the puzzles. I still think it's worth trying out, but the puzzles just went over my head most of the time. So I marked off 10 games from my list this month. In this entire year, from January to December, I have completed and marked off 42 games. I actually finished 44 in total because I did play the Final Fantasy VII Remake and The Last of Us Part 2, but I never put those on my list because I was playing them exclusively for streaming on Cruel Fan Gaming and Twitch. In the last 12 months, my list has gone from 182 games remaining to 157. I am really proud of myself, and this is something I'm gonna keep doing. But hey, that's it for December. I wonder what January is gonna be like. Heck, I wonder what the next year's gonna be like. If you want to continue seeing what I'm playing and maybe influence what I play next, I have a link in the description that will have my list of remaining games. Maybe you can leave a comment telling me what you think I should play next. I'd really appreciate that because I'm not very good at deciding myself. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hitting the like button helps me out quite a bit. And if you want to see more of what I'm doing, you can hit the subscribe button and then you'll see every time I put out a new video. Alright, well, thanks for coming along on this journey. I had a lot of fun this last year. I'll see you next time. Bye!